So this is my secret method for adding a human touch to AI-generated artwork. There's no question about it. Humans can recognize AI-generated art when we see it. Some of the tells have gotten better over the years, but some have not. Weird textures, inconsistencies in the art style, just a lifeless appearance give it away every time. If you're like me, you're probably amazed when you saw some of the first images created with ChatGPT, Midjourney, or some of the other apps. There's no doubt they looked incredible. I was both excited to use them, but as a graphic designer, I was actually scared to death. Is this going to put me out of a job? So of course I had to experiment, and this is what I found. First, the advantages. So I hate to admit this, but I'm actually terrible at drawing. I wish I could just imagine something in my head and translate that to paper. However, my proportions are wrong, the shading doesn't make sense, and the style I'm going for never seems to truly manifest. Now this is why I love AI. Even though I can't draw, I can trace really well. I think most people could too with a little practice. Control-Z helps tremendously. Now the problem is, what do I trace? If I find a random reference photo from Google and trace it, that's likely to be a copyright infringement, and besides that, do I really want to put my name on something that I basically stole off of the internet? But with AI, I can generate endless amounts of reference photos that no one's ever seen before and no one will ever see again. And I don't have that looming feeling that I've just copied someone's artwork. But this has been a huge benefit for me as an artist. It's almost like an extension of my imagination. We can debate if that's healthy or not, but it allows me to produce content without the years of experience in drawing. And I'm still putting a human touch into it. Pretty much every artist uses reference photos. These just so happen to be generated by a computer. Now, there is one massive problem when using AI-generated reference photos. I haven't found a way to generate the same character or setting consistently throughout a project. For example, say I need a character named Bob the Salesman, and we'll just generate him in a corporate Memphis style. I might be able to fine-tune a single image to an acceptable piece of artwork for a project, but say I need an image of Bob at the office or Bob on his commute. I won't ever get a faithful recreation of Bob from different angles or different emotions or in different settings. And maybe I'm just ignorant to this, you all might know a better way. If you do, please let me know, but this is just the roadblock that I've personally run into. Perhaps this won't be an issue in a few years, but as of now, it's like a slot machine if you'll get a usable piece of content for your project. So this is my process for how I utilize AI art, but also give a human touch that I'm proud of. So I have this board game I'm developing, and if you're new here, that's actually what this whole channel is about. My journey creating the ultimate strategy board game. And the other day I had an idea of incorporating playing cards into my game. So what I would need are 7 cards that present an 18th century musket men in different poses and positions, representing various tactics. So what I'll do is go to ChatGPT, and the prompt I'll give it is generate an 18th century musket men in a simplistic press art style. Now it took a few tries, but I eventually got what I needed. This is exactly what I wanted, him shooting his gun. But now it's time to humanize this. As you can tell, at first glance it looks pretty good, but as you observe, there's just weird inconsistencies and things that just don't make sense. This is actually pretty decent, I think. So let's bring it into Photoshop. Now I'll be using my Wacom drawing tablet. It was about $100. Not the best, but a very good beginner drawing pad. And I'll start tracing over my reference photo using the brush tool, removing any errors in the AI or weird inconsistencies. Now this is where you do need a little artistic skill, but with a little practice, I think everyone can learn to trace. Once I have the trace, I'll start adding details, adding a little shading, doing my best where I think the shading would go anyways, and then I'll finish it off by adding some color. Now like I said, drawing isn't my strong suit, but I'm pretty happy with this result. Now what really sells the art style I'm going for is this next effect. And I have to say, I found this method from the YouTube channel Texturelabs, so I'll link the video in the comments so you all can check it out. But this is the step where I add a pressed look to my art, and I love the result. Side note, I'll turn the color black and white, but it really helps having that color layer. I found the color doesn't really translate with this effect. This is really a quick way to give my art consistency that I wouldn't get from AI. It would otherwise take a long time to do manually. So here's the final result. You see it compared to the AI, and the best thing is I'll be able to do this for all 7 of my playing cards and get that consistent art style each time. I'm not sure I'm completely finished developing these cards, but I'm pretty happy with the style right now. What I really love about this is being able to utilize art as a reference photo, but I'm still putting in artistic time so it has that human touch. Please let me know what you think of the results in the comments. So like I said, on this channel, I document my progress to create the ultimate strategy board game. I'll be posting videos from everything about designing to the rules and mechanics. If this video has interested you, please subscribe, and I look forward to sharing this journey with you. Thanks for watching, and farewell.